This is it with our summer garden. The fact that I can be out here and I can play in the dirt and I can plant things and I can harvest things and I can still, even with the garden not producing the way I wanted it to this year, I still have plenty of food to put away for the family and for the animals. That's a win in my book. Everything is burnt to complete crisp out here. It's been triple-digit temperatures and no rain for weeks and weeks and weeks. And every time we try to get excited about potential rain coming in, it rains locally in different areas, just not at our farm. I don't know what's going on, but the rain gods are not with us this year. So we've been doing a lot more watering than we would usually do. And it's fine because we have a well, so at least we don't have to pay for city water. But I would much rather have rain. So it's been an extremely dry, extremely hot summer. And it's been a rough summer for us in the garden. I started the summer garden with not a whole lot anyway. So I planted herbs, I planted peppers and some tomatoes, which again didn't really make it. So I'm thinking tomatoes are not going to be a summer thing for us around here unless we have a greenhouse, shade cloth, and all of the other things that we will need moving forward here. It's been way too hot for a lot of the plants and they've just given up on us.
Want to see all the eggs we got?
Yeah, let me see.
Look at all of this.
One of the things I'm excited about are my volunteer butterfly pea right here. And they basically just self-seeded from last year when I had planted them around here. The nice thing about volunteers is these are hardy seeds and will grow in this region. Obviously, they didn't need any maintenance. They planted themselves. They didn't get any watering. They're just surviving out here. So my plan is to transplant them over to this trellis back there because I made a little arbor with some cattle panels that I had left over. And that's going to be my beauty for next year. Have a little reading area, have a little reading nook where I can enjoy my garden and hopefully some birds coming in. And that's the little joys of gardening for me. Whatever you garden for, whether it's food, whether it's enjoyment, whether it's just getting your hands in the dirt, whether it's mental health, there are so many reasons to go out and get dirty and plant something and nurture it to life, and then being able to turn around and harvest whatever you've grown, whether those are flowers, whether that is food, and enjoy the whole process of creating life along the way. Gardening is such a special thing to connect you with yourself, have some time to reflect, and getting your hands in the dirt to get those happiness hormones released into your bloodstream is an amazing way to take care of your mental health, take care of yourself, and breathe in some fresh air outside. Working a full-time job and traveling a lot for work takes me away from the garden. That means it takes away from the garden maintenance, it takes away from weeding, it takes away from really taking care and harvesting and preserving food as much as I would like to. So this year has been a slow year for us, but I am taking it in strides with getting the garden ready for winter. I have started some seeds, but even the seeds that I started for the winter garden have been burnt up. So I need to see if I can bring them back or if I have to start another round of winter seeds to get them in the ground, to get them to grow. We should be able to grow some broccoli, cauliflower, cabbages. I should be able to seed and direct seed some carrots here very, very soon. But it's been too hot to really do much out here with the direct seeding. If it's too hot for the carrots, they're not going anywhere, and it's just going to be a waste of seeds for us here. So I'm trying to play it as safe as possible with the first freeze in mind as well around here. So I'm thinking I probably have a good 60, maybe 90 days before it really starts getting too cold for anything to thrive out here, because we want to avoid getting a hard freeze before we harvest anything. So it's all about the timing. And to be honest, with gardening, it's a lot of trial and error. We haven't been having the same year since we moved here. The weather has always been different. Weather patterns have been shifting, and it's been all over the place. So it's been one of those things where it's been a learning experience, and it's also been something where I've learned to just live with it, roll with the punches, learn from the mistakes I've made. There's definitely been some successes that came out of it, and otherwise just move on, try again, see what works next year. And some of the things will do well, some of the things won't do well at all, some of the things are going to burn up, some of the things are going to drown, and that's just the way gardening goes. But the fact that I can be out here and I can play in the dirt and I can plant things and I can harvest things, and I can still, even with the garden not producing the way I wanted it to this year, I still have plenty of food to put away for the family and for the animals. That's a win in my book. So if your summer is going like mine and everything is burned up and everything's ready to come out, just move on, spend a good day letting your frustration out, ripping out things, feeding it to the animals. They're going to have a good treat day out of it, and moving on and replanting and getting your beds ready for the winter garden if you can plant one, which we are fortunate here to be able to do that, and move on into the next season. Winter gardening is my favorite anyways, because I don't have to deal with the heat, I don't have to sweat buckets, and I don't have to deal with as much bug pressure around here. So winter garden is super hands-off around here. I love it, and I'm looking forward to getting some of my winter crops in the garden now. If you're planting a winter garden, let me know what you are planting, why you're planting it, and how it's been going for you. And I'll see you in the next video.